Hello guys, welcome to Overfall. This is a new game, it's in early access on Steam. It'll release at the end of this month, I think. It's a fantasy role-playing game, it looks interesting. I got a key from the developers so we can check it out. It's a story builder as well, if you're into the building stories and creating levels. Let's just start a new game and find out what it's all about. I'm going into this blind, I have not played it before. So it looks like we're starting out with two characters, Gracian and Mackenzie. You choose a class here, fighter or cleric, that's the two options. I can't pick any of the other ones here right now. So we'll go with fighter. And let's see, she's a cleric. So yeah, it feels a little bit like starting out in Divinity Original Sin. So I guess we could change builds here as well if we wanted to. I'm not sure we can right now. So you know what, let's just say yes to this. You made it through the portal and back into your home world. I can't believe my eyes, you're them. It's been 3 centuries since you entered the portal and now you're back. Who are you? I am the last member alive of the Portal Keepers in other words, my family. Portal Keepers, the name my family has been carrying. We watched the portal for generations, for the day you will return. The same duty descent from my parents to me. That means everyone we knew is dead. Or we could say something with Gracian. 3 centuries has passed, how? God knows. For generations my family has been waiting for your arrival, right at this spot, and I am the lucky one to fulfill our family prophecy now. So there's a little tip here, special bubbles. Each character has a unique personality trait that constitutes their viewpoint on certain situations. These special dialogue options will appear in yellow and can drastically alter the outcome of an encounter. So I guess that's a little bit like Divinity maybe, Original Sin. I think there's been an anomaly in time when we entered the portal, let's say that. We had the wisdom to understand the difference, but not many could foresee that this would happen except for one wizard. Why have you been waiting for us? A mighty wizard, Essel, gave this quest to my grandfather. For the day you will return, the world isn't the same since you left. The Ever King has gone missing. The almighty Ever King has gone missing. The citadel has vanished long ago, no one knows why and how, but Essel left my family a message to hide and deliver to you for when this day is come. A message? 2 beacons will be unsealed, only to those who are revered, I guess. The light will unveil the path to your king, only when the races of Dus deem you worthy. So she has an insight down here. Then we should introduce ourselves to the leaders of this first, if we are to find those beacons. If that's true, then you should make your way up in their society first. Times have changed, the world is in chaos. So now they both have insight. Do you have anything else that may aid us in our journey? Take this. That's all I can do apart from giving our family ship to you. So we get a ship. And +2 frag, whatever that is. Alright, thanks for everything you've done. We better be on our way now, farewell. How was this encounter? I will skip this feedback for now. I guess they're using that for testing the game before it's out. So we can sort of sail on WASD here, or we could sail with the mouse in the direction we want to. And it looks like it's turn-based. Or is it? This one keeps moving. So I guess it's not entirely turn-based. It just speeds up time a little bit when I actually move. And I think that pirate over there just attacked that ship. It's wandering around, not wandering with an A. It's just contemplating its life sailing around. I'm not sure where we're supposed to go. So it looks like we could have 2 more party members. What does it say here? Due to lack of recognition throughout the world, adventurers of this won't even bother to help you on your course. No? Okay. So what's this? This is a boat searching for customers. Let's try and see if we can hit it. Seems like the boat owner is a merchant. Hello adventurers. Would you like to trade? We have a trade option here, or we could just set sail. Ask where the closest bazaar is. Let's do that. Aha, not so far from here. Let me mark the location on your map. Alright, then let's see what you have for trade. I guess this would be food. What is this? I don't know. But this looks like the fragment we received earlier. So I guess we'll just not trade, because I'm not sure what it does. So let's set sail. So what is this? Goblin ship carrying out reconnaissance. Okay. So I guess we could make a landfall on this Arctic island settlement. Human forsaken. That must be the inhabitants. Let's go there. So it's sort of an exploration game, I gather. I was wandering pointlessly in the village, just like how life was. In a village like this, questioning the meaning of life here would sound even more spoiled than it already is. So we can see what it was we could trade here. Currency of this can be used to upgrade enhanced weapon parts in bazaars. Or dust, a magical ingredient which causes some to become addicted to it. Okay, can be used to upgrade utility skills at guild ships. Also can be used to alter movement speed of the ship for a short period of time pressing the space key. This process stacks up 3 times and fades slowly. There's also this room. Sacred stones of the unknown world can be used for resurrection, protection and higher companions. And food. Source of life can be used to heal party members when they're injured. Alright. So there's a busty woman here saying something. Help me, someone, my husband Sir Humphrey Geiger is murdered. We can't have that. Poor Sir Humphrey Geiger. We can ignore her. Or we could say, please calm down, miss. Or we could set sail. Get out of here before she starts talking further. Let's just ask what's up. He was an important figure for this island. Help me. Who do you think may have done this, madame? My husband was a very famous man. He had many friends and many enemies. Please help me to find his murderer. I will pay well, very well. Alright, let's do that. Who can withstand the allure of the madame? I will investigate the case. I can't thank you enough. Please find the one who did this. Start investigating. So there's like a little story here. I've decided to start my investigation in the inn. The place where people go to forget and tell secrets. Tonight will be no different than that. So I guess you could build the stories in the editor we saw on the main menu and create your own stories for the game. And I guess that would be Steamworks integration, I'm not exactly sure though. Interrogate the merchant, interrogate the woman, or interrogate the innkeeper. Yeah, let's talk to the innkeeper. The innkeeper looked like an honest man, minding his own business, but I know their kind. What you see is almost always only the tip of the iceberg. It was the most shocking news for everyone. At least his wife's sister is here to support her at these difficult times. So we know that the madame's sister is in town as well. Who do you think may have done this? He told me that the husband ran the trade business here, a small island who's reliant on one man to make a living. Quite a spot. Lord, I have no idea. Maybe it is someone who's not from this island. He managed our trade. The whole island is in trouble now. It was shocking news for everyone. But you? Meh. I am an old innkeeper, kiddo. You understand? I've been through lots of things just by standing here and listening, but never enough to remember everything. Have you heard something useful about this case then? I don't know really. I hear lots of things every day, but my memory isn't as sharp anymore. I knew it. You are the murderer. So we can accuse him, or we can say enough with this circus already. Tell me everything you know. I don't think it makes sense to accuse him of murder, so let's just ask in a little less polite way. Okay. Just talk to the merchant and leave me alone, please. So let's go to the merchant. The merchant seemed sad and thoughtful. Theatrical performances are only useful if you have the ticket to the play. But tonight I had no tickets. I was looking for the truth. So that's almost like a little bit of a detective novel there. Oh, excuse me, how can I help you? Who do you think may have done this? Maybe his wife. Now his fortune will pass on her. And look, her sister is here already. So it must be the madame's sister down there. So we can interrogate the woman, or just say, I see, thanks. Or I'm not buying it, you are the murderer. The innkeeper says you have some information about the murder. Let's just ask about this. His eyes suddenly opened wide. I know their kind. Although the years of experience draws lines on their skin, once you crack it open, the intel is always there. You spoke already? Oh my. Okay. But please shut your mouth off with this. He isn't dead. What kind of play is going on here? He's just leaving the island for a new life. He's tired of everyone trying tricks after his back. Only a few of us know the truth. We will keep the operations going in his absence. I'm not buying it. You two are the murderers. Or we could say, oh, exactly what I would expect in a case like this. Yeah, we haven't actually seen him alive, so we have to assume that he's dead. So let's say we are not buying it. You two are the murderers. I brought those two to justice. I don't know if it was the right call or not. None will ever know. But deep down I knew that we all are criminals with the fiercest things in our minds. My case is closed. This was all your fault. So long with your flawless plan. You ruined our lives. Tough luck. You met me, gentlemen. Have fun in the hole. Alright, so we'll skip the feedback here. I'm not sure we solved anything there. We might have solved it. I'm not even sure. Or maybe we just condemned some innocent people to death. But alright, that was that island. I wonder what happens if we try to help this adventure ship here that's being hunted by a pirate ship. I wonder if we can fight the pirates. The pirates eye you suspiciously as you board the ship. I'm in need of some manpower for a bounty hunting job that's going around. I do it myself, but I'm not as good at running as I used to be. You look like you'd be decent in a hunt, what you say? Ask to hear more about the captain's job offer, or we could set sail. I was expecting to fight the pirates, but alright, let's inquire about the offer. Okay, here we go. Go on. There is a mysterious axe. Go on. It is called Gorehowl. That's from Hearthstone. There's an axe there you can get as a card for the warrior in the game, and that axe is called Gorehowl, and it's a pretty strong card. Alright, go on. The legend says Gorehowl once belonged to an orcish warrior who used it to kill the 6 legendary Gron. Their hearts were sealed into the blade, granting it untold strength. Cool. We heard elves lose the item to a group of forsaken chiefs. Help us in the hunt and you will be rewarded handsomely. Accept to help the pirates on the bounty hunt quest. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, we are making you a map. See you there. Sail on. So we'll skip that and we'll go to wherever he marked on our map. So now we have a little icon over here. Bounty hunt with pirates. I really didn't think that pirates would be bounty hunting. But then again, I guess they'd do anything for money really. So we have to go to Swamp Island, Settlement, Human Goblin, Quest, Bounty Hunt with Pirates. While landing the island, you have realized to stumble into the aftermath of what seems to have been a brutal battle between several armies. No sign of the pirates, and it's hard to determine who the combatants were without closer investigation. Move into the raised village to investigate the battlefield. The field appears to be a battle between pirates and forsaken troops. Though outnumbered, it looked like the pirates fought valiantly. As you begin a more detailed search of the battlefield, forsaken reinforcements arrive on the island and attack you. Okay, so now we have to fight to arms. So we have a turn-based, hex-based strategy sim. Movement phase is where you either move your character to a target hex or use a mobility skill. So you have this heroic leap. Leaps to a target hex, deals 2 damage to foes. Alright, we can leap over here and deal damage to it. And this is our warrior and this is our cleric, so I guess this would be okay. He'll jump into the fray and maybe the cleric will heal him. Bam! Utility phase is where you can apply crowd control and tactical effects. without dealing any direct damage, such as removing, applying conditions, pulling, pushing, healing, or rooting characters. Okay, so we have Earthcrack applies vulnerable and removes 1 buff. Or Unbreakable applies vigor and removes 2 debuffs. Or Incapacitate applies disarm and immobilized. That's the thing that we need to do because we don't have any buffs or debuffs, so we'll use this one. On this guy here, he has a weapon, I think. So I think he's disarmed and immobilized. Alright. So now we're in the weapon phase. Is where you use the weapon you are wielding to deal direct damage onto your enemies. Note that each unlockable weapon offers an entirely different set of skills. Okay. So we have Chop, deals 4 damage, applies bleeding for 50%. Cleave, deals 4 damage, applies mortal wounds to targets with bleeding, applies bone, paw, and critical hits. I guess Cleave would hit more than 1 target, but there's only 1 target next to us. There's also Execute, deals 4 damage, applies blind. Deals plus 3 damage if target has less than 50 HP. I think we'll do the chop for bleeding on this guy here. There you go, right in the face. Ah, he's going for the cleric, I think. No, he's buffing his friend and hitting the cleric for 4. And now they're doing all sorts of magic. It's a little bit scary. So he disarmed a warrior and poisoned him. Deals 1 damage every turn for 3 turns. Alright. And he's got some buffs here. Aegis, Vigor, and Regeneration. Regeneration, we don't like that. It sounds awful. And what happened here? Trauma. Deals 1 damage every turn for 3 turns. Okay. So now we can move here. Faithful Pull. Pulls target ally. 3 hexes. Applies protection and restores 2 HP. I wonder how many XP he lost. Maybe we can see it here. Nah, we can't. I don't know that we want to pull him away, but then again, I guess we should use this. It has a cooldown for 2 turns, so maybe we will not use it yet. She has a hammer, so maybe she can melee strike this guy if we move up to him. That guy looks like he has a staff, some sort of caster. Alright, so now she can do something. Numbing Light applies regeneration and 2 stacks of Aegis. On this one, Dispel removes 2 debuffs if cast on ally. Okay, so we could remove these 2 debuffs on our warrior. Or we could Scream, applies fear, not to ourselves apparently, but to the other enemies. I think we'll dispel the debuffs over here. There we go. And then we have something here. Wave of Light deals 3 damage, applies agony, applies blind on critical hit. Or Retribution deals 4 damage, applies confusion. Or Holy Nova deals 3 damage, but they have to be close to each other. I think we'll just focus on the top guy here. So Retribution right in the face. And it applied confusion. Skips the utility phase, stacking by round. Okay. And I will hit it with the warrior. So he could move. But we don't really want to move, we just want to stand there. So skip movement phase on the E key. And now we can do this Earthcrack. So we remove a buff, because it's got some buffs. So that would be a good idea, I think. So we remove the buff. And then we will... it's already bleeding, right? That's vulnerable and confused. So we might chop it again, or execute it. Yeah, let's see. That's 4 damage. Deals plus 3 damage if the target has less than 50 HP. I think it might have less than 50, it looks like it. Alright, let's do this execute move. There we go, 15. It's down and it's flying away like a little ghost. That's great. So this is indeed a ranged character, so now he moved all of the way over there. And we'll move close to scare him, if nothing else. Numbing Light applies regeneration and 2 stacks of Aegis. I guess we could do that on ourselves, or we could scream like a little girl and apply fear to this undead. Let's just heal ourselves. And then we will do something else here. We can deal 3 damage. Yeah, we'll do this one. Wave of Flight. That's a miss. Alright, so now we move here. We have to go down there and help out. So we can... I don't think we can hit anything now. So... The only thing we can do is this one. Vigor, and applies Vigor and removes 2 debuffs. We don't have any debuffs. But I guess that doesn't matter. Let's just do it so we get that Vigor bonus there. Skipping a phase. Looks like there is no one in range. Yeah, so we skip this phase. So now it's just running away again. It can move very far, actually. So how do we deal with that? Can it just keep running around so we can't catch it? Faithful pull. Pulls target ally. 3 hexes, yeah. We don't want to pull anyone. Maybe we can move here and still hit it. So I think we'll scream now, actually. It might get feared and run over here. It didn't seem to do anything. Maybe it has to be right next to us. Retribution. Right in the face. That took 6 damage. Alright, so now he's fairly close. We can do this leap, I think, and we can close the distance and hit him. There we go. We hit him for free. And then we will incapacitate, so he's immobilized, so he can't run around on his little feet and dodge us. I think we missed. He doesn't look incapacitated at all. He's below 50, so now we hit him with the execute. There we go. He's flying up to meet his maker. You have survived the battle and find some loot from what is left. Unfortunately, no signs of bounty. You get some food. And Gradient gains steady. Increases accuracy stat by 4. Alright. It's too late for the bounty. Let's set sail. So we'll skip the feedback. Recovering HP. You have an injured character. To restore health to a character, use the food buttons below their portrait or their keyboard hotkeys. Okay. So he's only 1 HP injured, but the cleric's fairly injured. So let's just restore some HP here. I think that's fine. Save some food. So there's all sorts of stuff going on here on the map. This is our reputation with different factions. And this is mysterious invaders started pouring from the portal and the objective is to build a shipyard. Okay, so I guess that's how close they are to actually building a shipyard. Ah, what happened? I guess we got attacked. A Vorn ship spots you. You try to outmaneuver them, but they are too quick and you are aborted. Protect your ship at all costs. So now we are in the fight again, and they are 3 on 2. So I guess we'll do a heroic leap here and hit this guy. That only did 2 damage, and then we will incapacitate it and chop it for bleeding. So we'll just focus on this guy, try and bring him below 50 and let's see if we can execute him. So he's throwing all kinds of stuff at us. Yeah, we could do this faithful pull. Pulls ally 3 hexes, applies protection and restores 2 HP. That seems like the way to go. But we have to be closer, it seems like. I think the yellow here is the range on it. So we have to move. We can move up here. Yeah, so numbing light, I think we'll have to do that to try and heal a warrior. And then we will do, maybe we should just do retribution and see if we can bring him down below 50% here. So he's below 50 now, so we could execute him next turn with the warrior. So we don't move, we skip this phase. Then we do unbreakable. We could remove a buff, but he doesn't have a buff, so I think we'll do this. So we buff ourselves. And then we do execute on this guy. And he goes up to meet his Viking maker. Maybe Odin is up there. So now we should do this faithful pull, I think, to bring his HP up. And then he can also jump after that, I guess. So we can dispel this debuff here, crippled. I don't really care too much that he has decreased speed. Or we could scream, but we figured out that that only works if they're right next to her. So I guess we'll just do the spell because we can't really do anything else. Yeah, so let's see if we can hit something. We can't, so we're gonna have to skip this phase. So now we're back on the warrior and he can only move, he can't do his leap. So we'll move down here. And we will incapacitate this guy. There you go. Kick to the balls and chop him. So he bleeds. So now he's doing some sort of weird axe movement. They're applying all sorts of nasty things to our warrior. I guess we'll move down here so we can actually use her skills that she needs to be next to the person for. Like this one, scream. Or we could do this. So we apply regeneration and 2 stacks of ages because the warrior's pretty low. So I guess we'll do that. And then we have this Holy Nova, deals 3 damage. And restores 2 HP to adjacent allies. So we're right next to our warrior and the enemy, so we'll do that. And that also brought him below 50, so we should be able to take him out with execute now. So I don't actually want to leap, I want to stay where I'm at. And then I want to use Unbreakable, I think. Again. And then we'll execute this guy. Goodbye. And he goes up to meet Freya up top. So it's he's dangerously close to dying now. Really not part of the plan at all. Yeah, let's move up the cleric here. Dispel removes 2 debuffs. And Scream's not gonna do anything. It's only range of 1. So we can, I guess we could dispel his buffs over here. He has precision and in range. Let's dispel his stuff. And then we have Retribution. Or Wave of Flight. Applies blind on critical hit. But this one has a 75% chance for confusion. So I guess we can't count on getting a critical, so we'll do this one. He doesn't look confused, so that didn't really work out. We need to heal a warrior somehow. Can he eat something now? Doesn't look like it. So I'm thinking that we'll just leap the fuck out of there and heal up. Yeah, he'll just skip. And he'll skip this as well, because everything he's got has a radius of 1. He's coming after us. he still threw this spear right in our face. So we lost our warrior. Alright. So now it's just a cleric. We have to move up next to him, otherwise we can't do damage really. So let's just fear him with a scream. So now he's all scared. And then we can hit him with a Wave of Flight. It only did 3 damage though. And now he's pissed. So he threw a spear right in our face. And now we're too far away. Looks like we're going to die. try to apply some regeneration on ourselves here. And do some retribution for the death of our warrior. Yeah, it looks like he might out damage us before we have a chance to kill him. We can remove debuffs. Or buffs, so let's remove his buffs. And then we can do Holy Nova or Wave of Light. And we should do Wave of Light. So he's almost down. Yeah, we'll head down here and then we should be able to take him out. I think we'll just try and fear him, I guess. Or maybe we should just regenerate ourselves. Just in case, and then we'll retribute. There we go, he's down. Against all odds, you survive the vicious skirmish. You search the fawn ship for anything of use. So we found some currency and a room. Set sail. Rest in peace. You can resurrect your fallen heroes by visiting an altar at the cost of 1 room. Note that while the main heroes can always be resurrected, companion deaths are permanent. Okay, so we would just have to find an altar. There's one right over there, so let's go resurrect our fallen warrior. The ghostly presence in front of you does not speak, but strange whispers tug at the edges of your mind. They speak of giving runes to stave off the grasp of death. That's actually pretty cool. Sort of a death angel. So, yeah. Offer runes for resurrection. Please bring back a warrior. I guess that's it. So now he's back. The runes vanish from your hand, a great wind whips up around you, and with a sound like thunder, your fallen hero appears in front of you, whole and healthy, if a little bemused. So we lost 1 rune, and Mackenzie gained Redeemer, increases total health by 3. Gratian gained brain damage, decreases evasion stat by 4. Ah, okay, so he's brought back, but he, he has an injury. Gratian has risen back to life, so it's not without its negative effects to actually die. Let's leave the altar. Using dust for speed boost, pressing space consumes 1 dust to give your ship a speed boost for a short period of time. It can stack up to 3 times and will slowly fade away. Let's just try that. Just press space right now. Ah, let's speed away from this Vaughn ship. We don't like Vaughns. Get away from us. Get away. Yeah, so we evaded this thing here. Sailing to plunder an island. Yeah, go do that. Alright, let's check out our story here. Forest Island Settlement, Human Elf. That sounds welcoming. While at the local watering hole, the innkeeper pulls you aside for a bit of a chat. You'll never believe this, but I'm being hypnotized. What? How do you know? I thought this client of mine paid for her room, but when I looked in my hand, it was empty. She swindled me. I'll get your frags for you. Ah, so here she is. In the village square, you catch up with the masked woman described to you by the innkeeper. What is it? Did I leave something in my room? The innkeeper says you didn't pay for your room. Of course I did. He's just a forgetful sod. I'll find Everguards to get you if you don't pay up. Or we could say hand over the frags, I'll beat them out of you. I don't think threatening with someone else is as effective as threatening with a big warrior axe here, right in front of her. So let's do that. The Mesmer's eye is narrow. Ah, okay, so she's a Mesmer. I don't have to take this kind of treatment. Now, what game is it where they have Mesmers? It's some kind of a MMO. Guild Wars 2, I think. she ran away from Guild Wars 2 and settled here. We'll see. Alright, so now we have to fight her. I wasn't really counting on that because we didn't heal up the cleric after the last fight. Let's move the warrior closer. And maybe we can lead to her in the next turn. I will do this vigor thing, unbreakable. And that's it, we have to skip this phase. I will move the cleric down here, but she'll stay behind the warrior for now. We can apply regeneration to ourselves. I will do it to the cleric. And then she'll skip, because we can't really do anything else. So here comes the Mesmer. So I wonder what she just did. Maybe she feared him. Yeah. He ran away. Let's see how far he can leap. He can't leap very far, so let's just walk. We'll walk here. Maybe we should move the cleric up to her as well. Yeah, so we skip this phase. And this phase. I think we'll just move the cleric in because we applied regeneration anyway. And the warrior can jump over the cleric. So we can dispel, but we have nothing to dispel. Or we can scream, but we can't hit anyone. Yeah. I wonder if we can, if there's range to this. No, it's range 1. Range 4, so we can hit her with this. Take that. 4 damage. And she's confused. Skips the utility phase. And she did something to us here. And I think it was, it hurt us. We can jump all of the way over here. Or we could just move. I think we'll do the jump now. And then we'll do Vigor. And we still can't hit her with anything. I'll skip that phase. Move the cleric up. And then we will do regeneration on the cleric. And wave of light. No, we can't do that. And this one on cooldown, so we have to skip this phase. So she seems to be running away. And she missed the cleric, but she did confuse her and cripple her. So now we should be able to move up next to her with the warrior. So I'll move him up here. We should have to run either down here or that way to get away from him. And then we will incapacitate her. So hopefully she'll be immobilized. That worked out. And then we'll chop her for bleeding. Move up the cleric. She can't move very far because she's crippled. And we can hit her with retribution because it has a range of 4. So we can execute her next turn. And she can't run away because now we'll have the jump in the next turn as well. Okay, she just skips. So applies vulnerable. Yeah, well, let's do that because we're gonna execute her next turn. We'll see where's execute. There it is. Alright, she should go down now. And she goes back to Guild Wars 2. The Mesmer lies dead. The innkeeper takes his payment from her corpse. Wasn't that much, but it's the principle of the thing, you know? Yeah. I guess so. I understand. Take care, and we gain 2 food. So now we should heal up before we do anything else. But I think we already did a pretty good first look at the game and what the mechanics are here, and the fact that you can create these little stories for yourself in the editor if you want to. And there should be tons of user-made stories here. I think the little strategic hex-based battle is pretty decent with its rule set. So there should be a lot of fun in this game if it appeals to you. Alright guys, that's it. Overfall. Pick it up if you think it looks interesting. I'll put the link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.